Okay, y'all. I said I'm gonna give y'all 2 stories today. Since it's Thursday and I am at the fucking slave ship. Unfortunately. Y'all excuse my motherfucking head. I wash my hair and I'm not finna do shit to it. And when I say nothing to it, absolutely fucking nothing. Y'all know how hot it is? No. We're not finna do that. Okay, y'all. The first story I'm gonna tell y'all today is gonna be about these bitches. In general, like, these not my, like, day one bitches. It ain't none of that. These are some hoes, and y'all know I moved to Houston when I was older. These is some hoes that I met here. And one thing that I have learned is you gotta hang out with bitches that's on your level. And by that, I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I'm not saying none of that. What I'm saying is, if you a classy ass bitch, you can't be hanging out with dusties. A bitch that's gonna act dusty and do dusty shit, you can't hang out with them. You can't. Because they're gonna piss you the fuck off. And let me say one thing, y'all. This is not the only time I let these dusty ass bitches piss me off. Like, I don't really have female friends here, so the only time I talk to these bitches is when I want somebody to go out with. Because I'm like, okay, I'm finna go out. Let me hit these bitches up. They down to go out. But think about a bitch that's going out with no car, no money, no outfit. She's having a sip of your drink because she's that bummy ass bitch. So, let's get into these hoes. Let's just get into it, y'all. Now, let me go and set the scene from the beginning of the day. I was at work, not a day like today because it's hella rainy and shit, but I was at work and I'm like, okay, bitch, let's go out tonight. Like, you know we can go. Let me think about exactly which club it was at. Yeah, I think I just speak. It's the bracelet, y'all. It was bar 2200. Bar 2200. Y'all know, if y'all ever been at bar 2200, it has a upstairs and a downstairs. And sometimes they just close off the downstairs. Like, on the night that we went, it was like a Thursday. So they closed off the whole downstairs and they just had the upstairs open. But we didn't know that, so we're gonna get to that. But the reason why they do that is because it's not a lot of people there, so they don't want like all this open space where they can just have security in one spot watching niggas. Bet. So I'm like, let me hit them up and see if they want to go. So I hit up R. Well, no, I hit up Minnie. I think she had something else to do or something. I hit up R. We're gonna call her R, and I hit up D. And I hit up 2 other girls that I know that like we all hang out with down here. All of them, all the other ones had something to do, but R and D were like, yeah, shit, we'll go. And I'm like, okay, bet. I get off at 6:30. We gonna meet there around 7:38. They're like, cool, bet. So I get dressed. I call them. We're getting dressed. We're finna leave out the house right now and meet you there. So, I get dressed. I wait an extra like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna give them a few more minutes and I'm gonna leave. So I gave them an extra 10, 15 minutes and then I left. So maybe I drive fast, but I pulled up before them. And I was in the car waiting on them for a while. Probably like 15 minutes. Then they pull up. I hop out the car. And I'm like, Okay, cool, bet. We all meet up in the middle part. We walk towards the front. And then, then we get to the front, like this was right when shit just started opening back up during COVID or whatever. Well, it was in the midst of COVID. I get to the front. Why the fuck I changed purses? And usually when I change purses, I move on my shit, but I didn't think to move my mask to this purse. So the dude at the door was like, oh, if you ain't got no mask, I can't let you in. And I'm like, fuck. And he like, nah, come here, you cute. Which I am. So he went in and he got me a mask and he brought it out, he gave it to me. And he was he was older, y'all. He's like not older, like, but he was like late 30s. A big ass bouncer or whatever. And like, you know how when you know a dude liking on you or whatever, he looked at you like, as we walked away, he watched me and smiled and shit as we walked in. So like, he was on my top. Y'all know how they go. But it's natural. Let me stop bullshitting y'all. That's hella ignorant. Anyway, so we get in the club. Now this is when we walk in the club finally, after we went through all the shenanigans to get in here because of the mask and shit. We look around and there's literally nobody down there. And they're like, oh yeah, downstairs is closed off. We only have upstairs and sections open tonight. Remember that. And I'm like, okay, cool, bet. So what do? We walk. Well, I walk my pretty ass up the stairs. They come up the stairs. So we all walk up the stairs, and first thing I do, I'm like, well, let's get some drinks. I stopped by the bar, and upstairs, I ain't gonna lie, that bitch was lit. It was packed. It was people on people on people in that bitch. Wall to wall, niggas. So I'm like, shit, let's get some drinks. They're like, cool, bet. We walk to the bar. I order my drink. It's only one thing. I either got a Long Island or I got something strong. A Long Island or something strong. It was one of the two. Because that's the only thing that I ever get anyway. So then, I'm like, okay, y'all gonna get y'all drinks? Why these two hoes look at each other like, nah, we don't want no drinks? Bitch, the only reason y'all don't want drinks is because nobody has any money, and I'm not finna pay for you hoes drinks, bro. Over with, chap fucking finito. So, one of the hoes, she's like, let me hit up my sugar daddy and tell him to send me some money. She hits up her sugar daddy as we're standing there for about 5 minutes. I done drunk my whole drink, and at this point, she got $15 from her sugar daddy. Oh, I don't know how much sugar he's giving. That nigga sound like he's giving Splenda baby packs of Splenda out. Broke ass nigga. And, well, how the fuck am I gonna call him a broke ass nigga? Broke ass bitch. Anyway, so I ordered me another drink, cause bitch, I have the funds to order drinks. Order another drink. So now I'm like, she ordered her drink. So her and the other girl that we with they're sharing their drink. I have my one drink. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry. Now, let's go back to what I was saying. Now, I had ordered my second drink. These bitches called a sugar daddy to order their first drink. So they're sharing a drink, which means you sip a little bit, I sip a little bit, we pass it back and forth. Fuck them. I'm not finna do that. Okay, y'all, back to what I was saying. So they were drinking the one drink together. And I'm like, okay. Bitch, why didn't y'all tell me y'all were broke so I could have not went nowhere with y'all? But I digress. So then we go. And we standing there next to the bar, because like I said, I just got me another drink. And as we're standing there next to the bar, I'm like, shit, I'm not finna be standing up too motherfucking long, because I'm not finna go in the club and just stand up. That is not me. So then, I say, so I get wonder where the fuck we finna sit at. We're looking around. And y'all, when I say it's nowhere to sit, wall to wall, nowhere to sit. Everybody got a section. And you know how that section should go. And I'm not finna come and beg nobody to sit in that raggedy, dusty ass section either. I don't do that. So then, we standing up for a good little minute, like, probably like, I'll say about 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, bro, I'm not finna keep just standing up and like standing here. Fuck all that. I'm not finna do it. So then, I'm like, man, if we don't find where to sit at, I'm finna just go and leave and go to the house. Cause this shit chopped. So then, as that is going on, they're like, yeah, I ain't finna be standing up either, and this and that, and whoop de whoop. But before I said that, them hoes would have stood there all fucking day. So then, as they say that, I'm like, yeah, let me go and finish my drink, because by this time I had probably about 3 drinks. And I'm like, let me go and finish my drink, and we can go and shoot out, and we can probably find somewhere else to go. Keep that in mind too. We was finna literally just leave because there was no room, no space. And they were like, yeah, you're right. So I finished my drink and we are walking out to leave. And when I say walking out to leave, we got all the way down the stairs and out the front door a little bit. And that's when one of the server, she comes running out of the club, and she's like, hey, and she was talking to us, and we was like, oh, what's up? She was like, y'all walk fast. And me, I'm like, damn, we probably do walk fast. And she was like, my homeboy has a section upstairs, and he said that he saw y'all didn't have nowhere to sit at, and he said y'all can sit in his section. And I'm like, okay, shit, cool, bet. But she was talking like to me, and she was like, yeah, my homeboy said that he saw you upstairs, and he said that it's cool if you want to come sit in his section. And I'm like, cool, shit, bet. It's better than me not having nowhere to fucking sit at, because I'm not finna just sit around this motherfucker and I said, y'all, I did this yesterday, cooking spaghetti, bro. Y'all don't know how mad I get about like scars and shit. This shit is gonna scar, bro. It's gonna fucking scar. And I'm gonna look horrible. Anyway. So I'm like, shit, cool, bet. And they're like, hell yeah, bet. And I'm like, bitch, y'all better not fucking start. I should have said that. At this moment, I should have said, you hoes better not start with your dusty shit. That's what I should have said. I swear, I promise. I'm dead serious, I promise. So, we go back and we walk up the stairs. And we go and she showed us where the section is. And the dude, he is sitting next to a girl. And the girl, she's pretty. I ain't gonna fake, she fine. But we're gonna get into that at the end of the story too. So now the dude starts to talk to me, and he was like, hey, I seen you since you came in, I'm like, damn, nigga, you watching me like that? And you saying this in front of your bitch, but cool, bet. He was like, I seen you since you came in, and I seen you trying to have nowhere to sit at. And shit, I got plenty of space in my section, and they had space. And he wasn't ugly. He was a skinny looking dark dude. And he had like these other friends that were like fat boys. And they were all in the section. It was like maybe 3 girls. But all of the girls, it was 2 bigger girls. And like I told you, it was the one skinny pretty girl that he was with. So the skinny pretty girl was like, oh, nuh-uh, you come sit by me. She's talking to me. And she scoots over and he's like, oh, okay, shit. And so I go and I sit by her, but I don't actually sit on the bottom. If you know like how the seats are in the club, you got like the top of the seat you can sit on and you can sit on the bottom. I put my feet on the bottom and I sat on the top. So I'm on the chairs and we sitting or whatever on the chairs posted. And he's like, yeah, I had seen y'all and I should have been came. That's why I saw my homegirl out there to come get you. And I was like, oh yeah, cool, bet, because we was sure finna leave. It was nowhere to fucking sit. He was like, yeah, this bitch is lit tonight. That's why I went ahead and just bought me a section. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. So he then goes into saying that he goes into asking, so are you thirsty? Do you want me to get you a drink? And I was like, nah, I can buy my own drinks. And he was like, nah, I got it. He was like, or I could just get a bottle. And I'm like, shit, bet. So he buys, he's like, what do you drink? And I told him he went and got a bottle. So these hoes, okay, keep this in mind. He asked me what I drink. I told him. He called a waitress over. She got the bottle of whatever it is that I said I was drinking that night. I don't remember if I was on clear or if I was on dark, but I was drinking something. Just know that. I was drinking. So then, I was drinking or whatever. No. Let's go back. So he called a waitress over to order drinks. These bitches gonna scoot over to me. Oh, is he getting drinks? I didn't even say nothing because, bitch, y'all couldn't even get drinks, ho. But I wasn't like, okay, I'm not mad at them yet, y'all. I'm not mad at them because we didn't have no seat, but I am mad at them for coming out with no money. But we're not at that yet. I'm like, yeah, you finna get some drinks. So the lady brings out the drinks, right? And we drink. I only drink me 1 cup. It ain't that big of a deal. I've already bought 3 drinks. These hoes, when I say they're drinking, bro, they're drinking this man's liquor. And one of them, let me say this. One of them, D, she's a stripper. So, okay, not all strippers are like this, but this bitch here, she's one of them bitches that I gotta shake my ass in front of everybody. I gotta get in the middle of the floor and bend over and do this and do that. And the bitch cannot dance, bro. The hoe cannot dance, bro. And I'm not lying. I ain't like on her dick for clout. It ain't none of that. The hoe cannot dance. Period. You're going to jail. That's it. The hoe cannot dance, bro. Think about a bitch that's in front of you and she like this. She like in front of y'all like this. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And she's like one of the bitches that likes to be a center of attention. Like, I don't like no bitch like that, bro. Like, I can truly say I don't like no bitch like that. And that shit had, like, bothered me. And I'm like, if anybody knows, hey, look, if y'all got a friend like this that likes to be the center of attention and show her ass and, like, she has to put on everywhere she goes, please comment. initials. Put the bitch initials in the comment box. Please, do that for me. Do that for me, but so then all this happens. These hoes are still drinking. They're getting more and more lit. The club is getting more lit. I ain't gonna fake. I done had one more drink. He's like, hey, have some more drinks. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling or whatever, you know. I'm slow coasting. Because like I said, I already had drinks and these bitches is getting lit. So I never know what's finna pop off. And these are not people that I know. Like, I just met y'all tonight, so I'm not finna get, like, fucked up with y'all. You feel me? He's talking to me. So now she's talking to me and she's like, oh, yeah, you're cute. And I'm like, you're cute too. Because the bitch was cute. I ain't gonna fake. She was hot. So, we sitting there, and I say we having fun. These bitches drinking up our homeboy liquor. They drunk, they lit. So, as the night progresses, everybody's turning up and chilling. And the whole club is like really cool. We like all just hang out. He buys more bottles. These hoes taking more drinks. And I'm not like saying there's something wrong with them like having drinks. I'm not saying this. The reason why I'm bringing this up is so y'all can see why I'm bringing it up later on when I tell y'all how these hoes are trifling as fuck. I'm telling y'all how many times they're drinking these drinks for a reason, so pay attention. They're drinking more drinks. I think he may, if they had food that night, he may have ordered food. But he kept like asking everybody, are they cool? Everybody good? Everybody was good. So, now, I see them over there talking because like I said, the girl, she told me to come sit by her. But her dude was sitting next to her. He just scooted over a little bit so I could sit in the middle of them. So I'm in the middle of the dude and his girl. And my two friends, they on the other side of the girl. And they like talking, and the girl like, she looking at, and look, this ain't even my bitch though. Keep this in mind. This is what's so crazy, but you can like tell that the vibes is off type shit. The girl looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and we looking at them, and she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and we're looking back at them, and I'm like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck. So now, I lean over her, and I'm like, hey, y'all, what's up? And they're like, nothing. One of my homeboys gonna come up here. And I'm like, okay. But knowing that this hoe is not dumb enough to invite another nigga to this nigga section, I know she not that fucking stupid. Okay, I know that. But what I'm thinking is she's saying like, my homeboy is coming up here to come and get me or to come and drop me something off or drop off some money. She never said, hey, my homeboys are finna come up in here and turn up with us. She never said that. We never spoke about that. And at the time, I may have been somewhat turned. But what I'm saying is, it's almost the end of the night anyway. You get what I'm saying? The night is ending. So I'm not thinking that she's saying that this nigga's finna come in. Okay. So 30 minutes go by. It's probably about 30, 45 minutes left in the night in the club, okay? So now, she is like sitting there and they talking and they both get up. And I'm like, what the fuck? And me and the girl, like I said, the girl, she's looking at me like, you finna go? I said, no. No. And they were like, thank y'all so much. Keep this in mind, before the hoe said anything to me, this is what these stupid hoes want to start saying as a speech. Thank y'all so much for letting me sit in your section and for the drinks and all, but we're finna go. Our other friends are here. Bitch, I'm looking at the girl. The girl is looking at me. We are looking at them. They are looking at me. I am looking at her. She is looking at me, and I am looking at them. And I said, no, I'm not. I said, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And she's like, D, she's drunk as fuck off of this man's liquor. She's like, come on. You know how your homegirl's like, bro, come on, like, fuck them. Come on, let's go. Like, we got what you like, come on, let's go. On some bomb ass shit, bro. Like on some bum ass shit. On some shit that I don't like. You feel me? Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. That nigga kept calling me by my motherfucking lunch. So, now, back to what I was saying. So now these hoes is like, talking about, come on. We're finna go. And I'm like, bro, I'm not finna go nowhere, bro. And the dude's looking like, what the fuck? But he's like, okay, you're welcome. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna stay here. And he's like, shit, you can. Nobody said you gotta go nowhere. And she's like, yeah, you can stay right here. And the girl, she kind of said it with an attitude, but not too much with an attitude, but the way that they were acting was weird though. So I get why she was saying it with an attitude, you know what I'm saying? So I sit there and I see, and I'm watching these bitches to see if they're actually finna leave. Lo and behold, these hoes do not leave. They walk right across and stand at the bar, the same spot we was just fucking standing at, with no fucking seats. They stand there and 3 little dusty niggas walk in. 3. So me, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 minute. So I get up. I may be kind of turned or whatever. I get up. I go over there and I'm like, bro, what's up? I thought y'all was finna leave. She was like, nah, we were just leaving from over there because my homeboy was coming through. And I knew I couldn't, bring them over there in his section, so I just brought him over here. I'm like, bitch, are you serious? She's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, you fucking hella weird. For real. Like, I'm telling them that they're weird as fuck. And then but right before I left, she was like, asking the dude, hey, can you buy some drinks? Yeah, I ain't really got no money like that. That's all I heard. Then I walked away and went and sat back in the fucking section where I was at and kept turning up. Had me another drink because these hoes made me mad. And the girl was like, what's going on? I'm like, bro, they're just stupid ass bitches, bro. They do too much. That's weak as fuck. That's sad as fuck. What the fuck? Like I said, it was only 45 minutes left in the club, so D, she didn't even come back over there. But R, she came back and forth a few times to check on me to make sure I'm good. Which she didn't have to because I was good. So at the end of the night, these hoes, they come over there right before I left and walked out. They were like, hey, we finna go to the car and smoke. I'm like, okay. Already mad. So dude is like, hey, I'll walk you to your car. And I'm like, okay, bet. So him and his girl walked me to my car. And we all ended up parking right next to each other. And he was like talking to me and he was asking me questions like, how old are you and shit like this. And even though I'm drunk, I'm like, bro, ain't this your bitch? You like talking to me like you trying to get the digits. So then he walk off and me and his girl talking for a minute and she's somewhat drunk. So she's like leaning on me and shit. And like kind of hugging on me and she's like, you so cute and ooh, I want your number. And I'm like, shit, bet, I want yours too. Cause shit, you fine, bitch. Well, make sure you write it down, take a picture and send it to me in a text. So, then, She get my number, we exchange numbers. She ended up leaving. She texted me that later on the night, and she was like, "Hey, did you make it home safe?" I'm like, "Yeah." I passed out. She had texted me some more, but I was asleep. The next day I woke up, looked at my phone, started reading her text. She was just like, "You hella cool and cute. I wish we can go out today and hang out." And I'm like, "Cool, bet we can do that." And I'm gonna leave the story there because shit, that whole fine, y'all. But I'm gonna upload this today, so y'all like, comment, subscribe, and tell your folks about it. And I'm gonna see you in my next video.